Hey guys, welcome to episode 19 of my Nobunagas Ambition Iron Triangle Let's Play. This is the GTB, and let's get ready to kick some ass. Now, first I would like to say that this particular episode will have commentary in post because I made a mess up again. When I was recording, I forgot to set my recording devices, the audio input, to my headset microphone. So instead it was recording from the microphone in my laptop, which was a good 5 or so feet away from me. So you can hear me talking, but it sounds like I'm a mile away. So yeah. But look at us, we're so awesome. We have 369,000 men in our military. We control almost half of Japan. The Takeda are getting their ass kicked by, like, everything. And now we're gonna make our military even bigger because we're just that cool. Now, it's a question of what we're going to do at this point. We have plenty of good officers. We have a large military. We're easily the strongest power in the entire country. We're pretty well researched. Our infantry is unmatched in combat. Our navy is unmatched in combat. And once that division of labor research gets done, it's going to be over. Because that'll allow us to draft troops in any season, not just summer and winter. I don't know why it's summer and winter specifically, but yeah, that's when you're usually allowed to draft them. Oh, I know why. Because in the fall and the spring are the biggest crops. The biggest crop intake. So the farmers are in the field, so you can't draft troops because you need to have food production. But with the division of labor, it equalizes everything. So that makes sense. I understand it now. Alright. But we're pretty much just going to whoop some ass. Whooping some ass. Whooping some ass. Need to start moving some officers around because we got like... Well, we got like 23 officers when the Suzuki surrendered to us. But I ended up firing like 10 of them. So I need to start moving them around to the other bases so everything is equalized. So I have a good number of officers compared to troops. Because I can't have like 72,000 men at a castle with like 3 officers because I'll never be able to move all the troops out. And right now, since I'm going to be going up against people with, like, you know, they have 200,000, 300,000 troop militaries, the Uesugi and Takeda respectively, I need to be able to mobilize as many troops as I can. Because even though I have a larger military overall, the officer number is what's going to determine how many men you can field at once. So let's say I have 400,000 men and they have, like, 200,000, the Takeda. They could, if they have like enough officers, they could mobilize that full 200,000 while I can only mobilize maybe like 120,000. So yeah, sure, I have 280,000 men showing in the back and they have none, but I can't get them out to the field, so I'm going to end up losing that fight. It also helps that I have a lot of very superior officers. Granted, a lot of them are edit officers, but I have a lot of officers that are very good that aren't edit officers as well. So things are not going to go too well for them. Excuse me. Got a little bit of a cough going on here. I don't know why, but I do. I durs. I durs have a curf. Need to start moving these troops up. Or drafting troops. That works too. Cause, makes sense. Just like, get as many troops as we can. Let's start moving the officers around, moving the troops around, getting everything up to the front. Need to work on repairing all the castles that I had just taken over because they're going to be torn apart. And that port tow support is going to be one of the most important parts in our moving forward right now because As you've noticed, I usually, whenever I take ports, I usually hop from port to port. I don't use those troops to actually attack land-based areas unless I have an ample number of them. This helps a lot because if you move troops from your port to attack land and you don't leave enough men there, the enemy will obviously attack from their port to your port. And if they take a port that is like in your area, like for them it would be behind enemy lines, so to speak, they can just start going right in at the areas that you have that aren't well protected. Because I have like a buttload of castles that just have 0 troops. And if they just show up, they could take it over like that. So that's why I usually have like a straight line right across all of my frontline bases with ample troops. It helps a lot. I will say that much. Not a lot going on right now. Just kind of moving stuff around, etc., etc. And that guy is sick or injured. I really don't care either way. He doesn't seem too important. He just seems like a guy. Though if he's injured or sick, that means his stats were cut in half. And if I'm correct, he had like a 45, like a 38, and like a 39. Which would mean that equates to like a 90, a 78, no, a 76, and a 78. Which actually isn't too bad. Maybe I'll go back and look at him for the next episode. If he's just injured, then I might hire him. If he's sick, that means he's dying of old age. And I don't want some like I don't want to hire a guy who's about to drop dead. Excuse me. Oof. I don't know why I'm tired. It's the middle of the day. Because I hired, what was it, in like episode like 14 or 15, I had just gotten like officers that I'd hired, and one of them like immediately became sick and like died after like one fight. And I was like, really? Come on, man. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be like that? And then it happened again in the next episode. Takeda and Uesugi, one of the guys that I started with, that I fired, I ended up rehiring him again after I had like conquered all of Kyushu. The tiny island down there, whatever it's called, like Shikoku maybe? I don't know what it's called. He like died after one fight too. He like attacked a port and then dropped dead when he got to the port. Fun stuff. The Takeda aren't doing too good. They have like I don't know, a little over 200,000 men, and their empire is like scattered. They used to control like a good 30% of Japan. It was like solid, and then like the Uesugi just came in after they'd conquered the north and just brought all of their troops down with them and just like punched a hole right through them. I mean, for me, it's kind of easy because it's all like one direction. I I took over Kyushu, and then all I had to do was just move east and just keep going east until I conquered the whole country. For the Takeda, they had to they start like kind of in the middle of the western half of Japan, and they have to kind of go like all around themselves and take stuff over. So for them, they had to have like a northern defense against like the Uesugi. They had to have port defenses. They had the Hojo right under them that they were allied to, and then they had like the troops that had to be out towards the west to protect them against like the smaller clans that might attack, and myself that was slowly encroaching. For me, it was just like kill the little clans, invade, invade. So it wasn't too bad. That is one reason I do like playing as the Shimazu. They have a very good tactical position. Because once you take over Kyushu, it's just like one direction, you just go straight east and just kill everything in your way. It makes it really easy. And now I am moving troops around and consolidating. I'm going to move them up towards, I think that's Tsutsui Castle. Whatever it's called. It's Tsutsui something or other. I know that. And I'm going to put a buttload of troops there for the invasion. I don't know why I keep yawning. They say that when you yawn, it's like a lack of oxygen to your brain. So it just like forces your body to like air. So maybe there's not enough air in my brain. I don't know. I seem to be thinking properly. I don't know what the problem is here, but whatever. My brain seems to think otherwise, so it's messing with me. My brain's messing with me. So, alright, time to start moving people out. I think I'm going to draft a few more troops, get everything prepared, and then I'm going to start moving all the officers forward and moving all the troops forward. Because, once they get done with that research, I'm going to start thinking about, making some invading moves. And attacking some people again. Like, I'm trying to draw that line right through the middle of Japan where it's like, I control the east, and then, like, there's just... Wait, no, I control the west, and there's just the east left. Which would mean I have to take out those 2 Takeda bases. The one with, like, 25,000 men, and then the other one has, like, 31,000. Something like that. Oh, there we go. Building some shipyards. Hell yeah. Let's get them warships going. Because the best that anybody else has is just like boats. Plain boats. And I'm not even sure. I know the Takeda doesn't have any naval research. I don't know if the Uesugi does. But they're the only 2 that I have to worry about. Either way, neither of them have warships. And boats are a decent improvement over skiffs, but warships are a big improvement over boats. The stats are like ridiculous in the increase. And battleships, forget about it. They will destroy anything. You could have like 3 warships against a battleship, and it still might be like an issue. It also depends on how good the officers are as well. So that's a whole thing. But, you know, I have, like, the tactical advantage, I have the military advantage, I have the officer advantage, I have all the advantages. I have a lot of research done, my infantry is practically just, like, undefeatable. I have the strongest infantry in the entire country. Why does he have the title? Why? I think it was just because, like, he was the best available person when that title was given out. Take it from him. Take it from him, give it to the other guy. Yeah, because we're cool like that. Take it from you and give it to Tsunkai. Because he's stronger. I mean, you have a slightly higher leadership, a slightly higher intelligence, but his valor is a lot higher. It's like 20 points higher. Motochika's intelligence is like 8 points higher. His leadership is like 6 points higher, maybe? If even. What is his? It's 4 points higher. Never mind. Now I'm about to give him a good valor boost. 93? Oh, so like 93, 93, 96. Good overall. And I'm about to make Yamamoto even more broken than he already is. Increase his valor to 130. He has 126 leadership, 130 valor, 135 politics, and 124 intelligence. Oh my god. Like, I don't think there's anybody who could even, like, mess with him if they wanted to. I think, what is it, the highest stats that any officer can have if they have, like, all the best items and the best rank is 130 leadership, 130 valor, and 140 intelligence, and 140 politics, I think. Wait, no, I think Valor and Intelligence are 130. Leadership and Politics are 140. I'm trying to think, like, what the titles increase. Not titles, rank. I'm pretty sure it's just Leadership and Politics. I think. And the highest one increases it by 10. I think that's, like, Regent or something like that. Yeah. Regent. Which is, like... It's pretty much being, like... Shogun, or yeah, Shogun, like the leader of Japan, but like not. There's still like an emperor who like is in charge, but you're like you can since you have the power, like your clan owns all of Japan. You pretty much make all the big decisions. The emperor is just there like a puppet, kind of. Oop, hold up, what's going on here? You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Yep, it's an honor, etc., etc. Come on, say yes, say yes. Yes. Good, they have surrendered to us. There will be no bloodshed. There will be no loss of troops. There will be no reconstruction of castle. We have just incorporated them into our empire. And along with them... How many people do we get? I'm assuming it's a buttload. Since whenever we take over, like, an area, like, by that, it's always like, here, have 1,000 officers. Cool beans. What am I looking at? I think it was, like, holy crap, 23. 23 new officers have just been added to my already vast military. So I should have something like, I don't know, 60, maybe even 70. After I fire everybody, hell if I know. Probably like in the 60s, the low 60s, high 50s, which is really all you need. You don't need like 100 officers. Jeez, that will never be needed unless you have like 4 million troops. And that only happens if like you just sit there and take way too long playing the game. So yeah. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like just making noises because I can. Making noises because I can. Because I'm weird and crazy and stupid. Yep. That's me. Yep. Keep him. Keep the next guy. Toshimasu Maeda. He's a really good warrior. I wish, Wow, he's good too. 90, 96, 74? Jesus. Kyukishima. What the hell was his name? I can't remember his name. It was a guy, Keiji. From Samurai Warriors. I don't know if that was like, that's his actual historical name. Or what, but Keiji Maeda, who was like strong as shit. Because I know Tadakatsu's in this. The Takeda have him at the moment. Since they, I guess they might have captured him in battle with either Ieyasu. Because they have Ieyasu too. So they might have captured him in battle with either the Tokugawa or actually the Oda if, what was it? My brain's not working again. I don't know. Buh. I don't. Whatever. I'm thinking historically, not like game-wise. These things do not equate. So silly, IMB. Okay. This is going... Oh, come on. We're right in the middle of action here. What do you want? Oh my god. Really? Fine, have the guy. I don't care. Take him away. Kiriyama Palace. We're definitely gonna win. Jesus. Everybody wants to talk to me. What do you want? You have weapons and stuff for me? Whoa. Whoa. That is intelligence plus 10, and it's the oh wow, it's the Three Kingdoms. That's the I guess like the recollection of like those events, like the manuscripts from China. I guess he stole them or something. I don't know. But yeah. Buy those. Those are awesome. Plus 10, it's hard to find any plus 10 items, and a plus 10 intelligence is very rare. That's like awesome. I can't believe I just found that. It's gonna make everything ridiculous from now on. I think, what was it? Hideyoshi has like he has like a plus 10 leadership item. I don't know how he got it, but he has it. So yeah. That's fun. I think his intelligence stat is actually higher than Nobunaga's, which is pretty impressive. Nobunaga's stats aren't like outrageous, which is like really weird because he was like one of the greatest like warlords of his time. But his stats are like they're good. I'm not gonna lie, they're like in the like the 90s and 80s, like high 90s, high 80s. If that makes any sense. Like I think his lowest stat is like an 89, and his highest one is like a 98. So his stats are all good. Yeah, overall. It's just like there's people that are better. Like Shingen has a high... Well, Shingen was like an incredibly famous tactician and strategist. He was like one of the greatest warlords of his time as well, as was Kenshin. The two of them were like unmatched in like their intelligence and like their strategical use of soldiers and tactics on the field. Yeah. Nobunaga was just very ambitious, and he was cunning. He was smart, but he was very cunning. He wasn't he was somebody who, you know, he didn't think too much of it if he used like, you know, like undermined tactics and whatnot. Like when he attacked the Imagawa when they were marching towards the capital, he like waylaid them. He like ambushed their troops so they weren't prepared for the attack. And even though there was a massive number of them, they were outnumbered like 5-1, something like that. He still won, and he killed Yoshimoto in that battle, I do believe. And right there, the Imagawa clan was one of the strongest clans in all of Japan at that time as well. And after that fight, they quickly collapsed, and Nobunaga seized power there. And he made his bidding for ruler of Japan. And he came so close, so very close. But he was betrayed by Mitsuhide. If I believe that if that hadn't happened, then he would have most definitely conquered all of Japan. If Mitsuhide hadn't betrayed him, because he had been given a massive army, because his job was he was supposed to pacify the West. Nobunaga had sent him west to like take over like Kyushu and Aki, those areas. And he had just like turned his troops right around. He was like, "No. Wait a minute. I got a better idea. I'd kill Nobunaga. Take control of the clan for myself." I think he did it because it was like a combination of personal ambition and like his high moral fiber. He didn't like really approve of like the way that Nobunaga did things. It was like a combination of those two things. And then he was defeated by Hideyoshi, because it was pretty much a battle between Hideyoshi and Mitsuhide for like who would become like the next clan retainer, like the leader of the clan. Even though Nobunaga had sons, Hideyoshi and Mitsuhide had more influence and power in the clan because they were like the high-ranking generals. They had plenty of troops at their disposal, such and such. Mitsuhide was just labeled as the traitor, though, so it was like I think it was more difficult for him to try to like place himself as such. You know, everybody kind of banded against him because he had killed their lord, their liege lord, Nobunaga. And, you know, the clan ain't gonna stand for that. Anyway, I'm like doing more like historical commentation than actually commentating on this damn video. I'm just doing what I said I was going to do pretty much, though. I'm just moving all the troops out. I think I drafted a few more troops, moving the officers out and separating them out to where they need to go. And I'm just getting ready for combat. Because it's going to come down hard, and it's going to come soon. Because there's that little, like, niche of, like... Well, actually, no, that's, like... There's, like, that little, like, niche of, like, Takeda land. And then there's, like, two other, like, little clans. And then there's, like, the main chunk of the Takeda. And then there's, like... Then there's Uesugi. And then that little strip of Takeda. And then the rest is just Uesugi. And then two random little tiny clans up to the far north. That... I don't know why they even exist. I really don't. I don't know why the Uesugi didn't just destroy them. I'm sure they might cause problems at some point in time. I don't know. Whatever. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't really care. But yeah, anyway. Muromachi Palace. That's gonna be... Oh boy. We just finished, which means that the big guns are back from research. And now we can draft troops whenever we want. So, yeah, everybody's boned. I'm pretty sure that, like, that's, what is it? It's the S rank, research for civil, I think it is. It's the highest level, yeah, it's the best one that you can get there. Now that we have that researched... Well, actually, no, there's, like, what? There's 2... C, B, A. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there D? I think there is D. D ranked, like, you know, knowledge in areas. Something like that. I don't know. So I think there's, like, 2 D ranks, 2 C ranks, 2 B ranks, 2 A ranks, and 2 S ranks. Because there's, like... I think there's, like, 10 or 12 things that you can research. I think there's, like, 10. I can't remember. There might be like 3 D ranks and 3 C ranks, and then like 2 of the higher ones. 2B, 2A, 2S, which would make it like 12, which honestly seems like a correct number. Haha, the coalition failed. Imagine that. That was the second coalition that they had launched against me. And it failed miserably yet again. I don't know why they think that it's like a good idea. It's like, coalition time! Let's beat the piss out of them. Who knows? Maybe there will be another one, and maybe the Takeda or the Uesugi will actually join. If they both join, that would actually be an issue. Because granted, I have like 400 and something thousand troops. It could just be the Takeda and the Uesugi. If they work together they have like 500 and something thousand men. Plenty of talented officers to field those troops with. And they could combine, they control just about as much land as I do. They control about half of Japan. So that would truly be an issue. I didn't even think about that. If a coalition gets formed, that would be bad. But I think we're coming to the end of the video here, so I'm going to have to cut it. Takeda have 231,000. The Uesugi have like 290 something thousand. They've been losing their battle against Takeda. I think they've been winning, but they're losing troops now. The Takeda might be fighting back mainly over there and ignoring me. is to kind of try to like return themselves to stability. But yeah, for next time, we're pretty much in position. So now we're gonna head out there and we're gonna start invading stuff again. Now is not the time for research anymore. We have all the research we need. Our infantry is upgraded. Our naval is better than anybody else's by far. And we have the troops to make the move. So now we just need to hit them hard. So this is the GTB signing out. I will see you guys in the next video. Wait, actually, hold on. I'm not doing anything important. I don't know what I'm doing. Now I'm just looking around. Looking around. The Uesugi attack them. Oh well, whatever. Alright, now I'm going to sign out. Alright guys, GTB signing out. I will see you guys in part 20. Take care. Later.